In the past years was good, sometimes was better, sometimes was shit. We break our schedule in last year and 2 years ago. We did like different things like we usually did. So this is my main point why we lost, why we start losing. We have like this experience. We are struggle a lot of times. So if we win one event with Michu, we come back and we will be in the top teams like for a while. Everyone knows that Michu is like top aimer in Poland. When he feels he's in our team already, he can play really good. He has very good communication, like team play. He's a very nice guy. He's so young, but he acts like 30 years old guy. You can talk about him, about real life, about games, about food. He's have a situation like me. He's living with mother right now. His parents not living together. He's like me when I'm very young, but of course I'm bigger than him because he's like small guy but handsome. Pressure I have like a few years ago. Right now is for me it's a normal like eating breakfast, but especially like Katowice is something different than other events. Katowice is for Poland, is one tournament of the biggest ones like ESL making here. So it's very important for us, like for every fan in Poland who is interested in e-sport. Everyone knows when the group stage for us it's very hard every time, but when we pass the groups, we always show our best, and we want to like deliver for the fans like beautiful CS and the best emotion. I know he have a big pressure behind him. Michu replaced us. If he go to the stadium with us, you know, he will first time in his life gonna feel how that was important for fans in Virtus.pro. So for him can be hard, but I'm not worried about it.
Please respect them. Amazing words from Taz. Amazing words.
To be honest, we need 5 other guys who wake up in in positive energy, like individual skill in the highest level. Not 3 people play good. We need five guys who is in the top level Counter-Strike these days, and need to show the best everything. If we need to play in the final in the stadium, we need to show the best Counter-Strike in the world.
Hello everyone. As you could just see there from the man himself, Pasha, talking about how important it is playing here live from Poland in one of the biggest events there is, and just the fact that it's all about that pride and about the pressure. And once again, we get into this situation where VP might be losing that chance with Michu in the roster as well. It seems like it might not be going the way they want it. Heroic, they take the first map in the best of 3. If they get this second map, Snods, VP are going to be out once again, unable to find themselves playing on that stage in front of their home crowd where it means so much to them.
Yeah, and once again, it will be Heroic dealing that final blow, knocking Virtus.pro out of the Katowice, the biggest, most prestigious Polish tournament there is. And yeah, I mean, going to Cobblestone, obviously, this is the map pick here from VP, the former being the map pick train from Heroic. We saw they had their game plan. We saw they had their reads. Very good calling. And you can see as well the coach, Peacemaker, having his input. But now coming on to Cobblestone, what has Heroic prepared for this one? Were they anticipating this to go through the veto?
Yeah, Cobble obviously being the second map here. You wonder as well for the veto in terms of things, if you didn't see it. So Heroic did actually ban Nuke. We've been discussing some of the reasons why that could be, because we know Heroic did actually have a very effective run on Nuke in the past. They've always looked like they have been quite dominant on it. It could be to do with the changes. There could be a lot of issues there, but obviously Cobblestone came through as the second map in the series. That was VP's pick. And this is where VP need to have the resurgence. On Train, it was a very slow start. They couldn't quite get their heads together. When they did actually start to come through, it was off the back of Snacks being the only one of them that was really trying to claw them through and drag them by their coattails.
Exactly. I mean, as well, you speak about a slow start. They were 0-8 down on their CT side of Train. Simply put, that isn't good enough. And then obviously the final scoreline, 16-8. They lost both pistols, fair enough, but they won the force buy on their T side. They broke the CT side economy. We thought, okay, they can be back in this one. And instead, as soon as the buy rounds came right around, as soon as the AWP for Yugi was in the server, it felt like everything went in favor of the Danish side.
Yeah, and that was just incredible as well. Yugi, Once he got back into his zone, obviously on that CT side, we said how effective it can be. He likes to be a bit of an acrobat and bound around with a weapon, and he did some impressive stuff. Obviously the 3K, 2 of the shots being through the smoke to dismantle a round that could have been where VP started to get some momentum going. He shut him down. VP went quiet, and they started to fizzle out, and there was the loss from there on the first map. So now we move on to Cobblestone. The second map in the best of 3. VP, it's now or never. Do or die. This is their last chance, Nods. If they take a loss here in the best of 1, in the best of 3 on the second map, they're going to be out of the event.
Thank God it wasn't best of 1. Obviously, before, when it was the GSL format, you had those 2 best of 1s for yourself, right? You had the opening best of 1, then the lose best of 1. And you could essentially go home after losing 2 maps. But now, having the best of 3 into the GSL lower bracket format, we see more of a chance here for these teams. That's Virtus.pro. This is strange. I think it's a bug here, Jack. It says that Snacks is an AK and $4,000. So
I wouldn't worry about that, mate.
Are we commentating over? Okay,
there we go.
It was just bugged. It was just bugged. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Bit confused there, but back into reality. It is going to be the first frag going in favor of Snacks towards drop. And a 5 versus 4 as they make their way towards middle. It's only going to be Rubino to hold the defense here. And the timing was so poor on that peak as well, which means Heroic are going to keep the remaining 3 players from their CT side towards B. But as I say, that a good rotation from Nico towards balcony. And is that extra player going to be the defining factor here?
Well, Rubino gets the first contact as he spots them out, tries to land a few shots with the pistols, but is forced back into a defensive angle, tries to stay alive, and really just wanted to go for the brute force play, but instead it's Nico who's naughty with the pistols, gets a 3K, hungry for more. He wants to try to do it all on his lonesome, but Snappy comes in to take the weight off his shoulders. It's just Neo remaining, goes down filthy from Nico there. 4 frags and an opening round for Heroic. This doesn't bode well for the start for VP.
Yeah, true. I mean, you know, you can understand the reasoning behind that call as well from VP. Snacks towards drops, opens up the first round. 5 versus 4. They group up together as a 5-man unit. They all come through middle. They all rush up towards A long. They have the smokes as well. They can smoke balcony, smoke towards connector, flash over, and try and flood that A site with the man advantage. And think of it this way as well. If there is 2 players towards A, as soon as Snacks finds the kill towards connector, that second player has to hold window instead of holding mid from connector. Now as the rush comes in, it's the force buy here.
Ooh, it's the drop-down Fiesta, but it's going to be a Moddy Massacre coming through with the double kill. Snappy as well grabs 1. There is actually some damage dealt, though. Heroic down to just 2 players. So the heroism being shown from VP, still trying to get something out of these rounds. The bomb's in an awful location. Pasha's only a 1 HP, and Rubino's got the angle. Simple spray with the UMP. Nets himself the additional cash, and Heroic grab round 2 in quick fashion. It was fairly close, though. Obviously, the eco actually boding pretty well for VP, but still no bomb plant.
Eco now for Virtus.pro. Obviously going for the rush towards drop. If you remember as well, I believe it was ESO1 Cologne, what, 2015, 2016, where Taz made that position where you crouched underneath the window towards drop. Pretty much famous, people call him the window cleaner. And obviously, Taz having to watch from the sidelines now as Mishu has joined the roster. And what does that change, you know, in terms of roles? Does it make sense? Is it the firepower upgrade? Is it the fact that maybe there was issues between the players and the team? Is the chemistry higher now? We're not quite too sure. There's obviously this new roster, quote-unquote, with old veterans. Still has to mature. But maybe this task of qualifying for the Spodek portion of this match, sorry, this tournament going into, obviously, the quarterfinals, is that too much to ask already from VP?
Well, it seems like the weight is on their shoulders, and the pressure's definitely going to be on for that young gun. He's proved himself time and time before. The boost comes through as they charge their way out, but by Ali, Mihu, and Neo go down. Snacks is dropped. It's just Pasha left, hiding in the smoke because he wanted to try and get the bomb plant towards the B site. He was hoping the rotate had been drawn, but Yugi was lying in wait, finds the frag. All 3 rounds picked up. Let's see if it's going to get real now.
Yeah, 5 players staying alive as well for the side of Heroic versus the Eco, which obviously means they can all absorb the $3,500 round victory bonus. Plus, obviously, no players having to reinvest into Kevlar, no one having to drop as well. So you can see now, $3,000 for all 5 players onto Heroic, which means even if VP win this round and it goes 3-1, Heroic still have enough of an economy to afford a buy into round number 5 regardless, which is good signs here for the Danes. But it will be the buy as well from VP. 5 AKs, no AWP so far. Mod of the UMP that's been kept over from the last round versus the Eco, going to be boosted up towards drop.
Counter boost play could bode well, especially if he goes for the confidence peak, but Bayali spots the gun. gets the angle and finds the frags. They do actually get the opener into this round. This could work out well for them. You've got 5 AKs as well, tons of utility, play it slow, work with the advantage.
Yeah, obviously, Mori being boosted there, so if you are VP, you're going to be expecting another player to be towards drop. So where is the remaining 3? Do they play 2 towards A, or do they play 2 more towards B? And it seems like right now for VP, if they went towards a B site split, there's only 1 drop, there's only 1 towards B platform. That could be so effective. The bomb still indecisive as where it's eventually going to commit. Coming down towards drop as well, it looks like we're going to be seeing the A split regardless from VP. As they throw the smokes towards B, it's all a ruse, Jack. It's all a fake as they make their way towards middle. Leaving just Snappy, the IGL captain here for Heroic, alone and desolate towards A.
They force some tunnel vision as well. It's a gamble. You've got to say which site you want to stack to and commit to it, but Rubino, he backs off, plays around the smoke, listening out, but his ears won't provide him much as they've been taken off by Neo. Finds success with the AK. Snappy's the only one on the A site as well. He needs trigger discipline, but he needs to have that early advantage. Stack spots him out, takes him down. They have overthrown the defense towards A. It's their domain now.
5 versus 2. Neo spots the remaining 2 players here towards the B site. The bomb is planted. They have defused here for the CT side, but obviously they're far too far away to have any chance of going for this one. Just instead going to be saving into round number 5. And obviously, as I alluded to earlier, they can still afford a full buy into round number 5, which means for VP, their main goal here is obviously avoiding being reset early on into this, well, into the second matchup here in the first half.
Flashbang out. Keep Nico blind. They just want to hunt and force those weapons out their CT side economy. But Nico's able to find 2 frags. Luckily, Mihu will be able to return the favor. Does damage with the AK as he comes in, wielding it. Yugi just hoping to stay alive, clutching the M4 as they get close to him. Pasha can backstab if the timing allows him to. The Molotov goes through. Seems like luckily there wasn't going to be the overconfidence. He does actually get away with the M4, but VP get an opening round off the rifles.
Round number 5 then. It will be the buy round as predicted here from Heroic. So Virtus.pro are going to be tested once again. We need to see some consistency here, some continuity. They need to chain these 2 rounds together. If they can force the Eco to Heroic, we should be seeing a 3-3 scoreline. Virtus.pro back into this one. And you know, even in the interview as well for Pasha, he mentioned the confidence from winning. Where now they have that Mishu on the roster. So maybe all they need is that victory so far into this tournament. Obviously losing versus G2 early on a nuke. Losing the first map in this best of 3 on Train and now onto Cobblestone. If they can gain some wind behind their sails, maybe that's all they need to start getting some momentum into this tournament.
Yeah, just get something working with them. Obviously, you get 1 round, try and link them together. The thing is, it just depends if they can actually now instantly counter this double AWP setup.
Yeah, you can see as well from Heroic, you have Yugi there towards B platform with the AWP, second AWP as well from Snappy towards Connector, peering in towards mid. The flashbang connects, but do they expect a second AWP hit to face? No, they don't. Yugi claims second life here versus VP. Spots up the other play, tries to get away, he's got 3 and he has 5 versus 3 and no casualties so far from Heroic.
That's troublesome as well, Snods. At least if they would have got the trade back, it could have been manageable. You could have started to weave into the round and actually find the picks you need. But Yugi gets away. He's able to live to fight another day, obviously clutching onto the AWP. There's only 3 Ts alive on the side of VP. Now, these troublesome terrorists need to work together. Pasha looks like he's going to attempt to lead the charge towards the B site. The bomb close behind with Neo there to aid him. Molotov's going to go through and then fight off the flashbang. Yugi with a counter flash as well. The Molotov will force him out of chicken coop, but Nico just with a straight face fights through the blindness as he lands that kill, nets it on Pasha. Mihu goes down as well, and it's only Neo remaining trapped at B. 20 seconds on the clock, forced to save. The reset round comes back through. Heroic, they're not going to be bothered.
Yeah, I mean, for VP there, obviously, you're going for the contact plays, you contact through middle, easy frag found for Snappy as he finds the entry with the secondary AWP. Yugi towards platform, the flashbang comes out, goes for the reface towards plat, and gets that second kill and gets away scot-free as well. There's no trade frag towards plat from VP. Issue is now for Virtus.pro, how much cash have they got left to work with going into this one as well, as the money, the round loss bonus has been reset back down to 1,400. Neo did save an AK, but doesn't have enough to drop over another one, so let's take a look at this one, Jack. 2 AKs, Bialy probably going to go for a CZ, and he will do so. CZ, P250, 2 AKs and a UMP, and 3 smokes is all they have to try and claim their second. Otherwise, they're going to be into an eco next round, Jack. This could be 5-1. Virtus.pro go to an eco. 6-1 could be the scoreline on our very screens if Heroic can win versus the Force by now from VP. This is where the pressure is starting to build. This is where we need to see the veterans use their experience to their advantage, because otherwise we could see them going home prematurely.
Yeah, that is true. Obviously, this is their last chance. If they lose this map, it's going to be over.
Yeah, such a smart play as well from Heroic. They've sent Yugi with the up towards B platform. He's wide-faced it. They've smoked as well towards the end of plat, so they have full information. Look at this. 3 players towards the A site from Heroic, as they have all the info towards B. Early information with the AWP, as well as they're going to be walking into the stack. Yeah,
it's been telegraphed. They know how to counter it, and they're set up in their power play positions. They just need to wait for the push to come towards them and find the frags. Miku wants to go for the peak with the P250, holds the angle. They're going to be setting up the smokes to block off the line of sight, clear out angles, force Heroic to be starved a little bit more for info as the push starts to come round. Snod, Snappy grabs the first, lands the shot, and Miku towards mid though by Ali with a flick. But up top, it's going to be Modi firing through, but there's the response. Neo, he's got an AK, and he's able to find the frag.
Snappy is still alive here towards default. 35 seconds left as the flashbang comes in. Snappy the reface actually gets the tag as well onto Bialy. And now it's the 2 versus 2 Neo. Spots up one. Snappy dodging, darting around towards cannons, eventually taken down.
Oh, it's back on Yugi though. Snod's a 1v2 Neo and Pasha low! Pasha brutally taken down as Yugi flicks through him. Finds the wallbang. It just comes down to Neo. It's now or never. He's got a sprint for the site. He has to make the decision. Will he fight or flight? Takes the fight. Finds the headshot. Neo keeps it rolling as he slays Yugi.
If he misses that shot there, going to be putting your money on Yugi landing that flick. 4-2 as Virtus.pro were so close to having their money fully reset. If they were onto an eco jack and we saw a 6-1 scoreline, after what we witnessed on train as well, for VP that could have been horrific signs. But they're back into this one now, Jack, but it will be the force spike coming out from Heroic. They know that the money for both of these teams is so low this game now, on a knife's edge. Heroic, they win this round, they still reset the money for VP. Conversely, though, for VP, it's the exact same. They win this round, Heroic are broke, and they get to a 4-4, maybe even a 5-4 scoreline, and they're back in the driving seat.
Got the early tag on Yugi as well, so they've actually forced him off the aggro angle. He's trying to play a little bit more defensive now, so he has leeway to work with if they do burst into his site. Oh, Modi once again with the counter boost play, but Bialy is ready for it, as per usual.
Yeah, crazy for me from VP, actually. Not showing any presence in the earlier rounds towards B platform. Yugi with no utility, no smoke, no Molotov as well. Able to gain all the information towards B platform, and it's made it so easy for Heroic to go for the stack towards A every single time. As it seems like they're going to be rejecting the B-bomb site and turning their tides back towards A.
They've only got one smoke though, Snods. That's all they have to work with towards A.
Maybe that's why they are going towards A. They can smoke on, they can molly out towards default, molly out towards the Hobbit hole as well, but it's going to be Rubino, the A anchor, and he's in such a good position here to go 1 for none, really, essentially. If Snappy can just get there in time.
Oh, Snappy with the adjustment. The flashbang might have given the potential he needed. Distracts them as well. They focus on his brother in arms. He will get 2, but it's a double trade as Snacks does exactly the same. Here comes the push as well. They sprint through. They absolutely charge as they maraud their way towards the A site. Nico only finds 1 frag on the drive-by with the SMG, and it comes back to the main man, Yugi. Lands the first frag, takes down Neo with a naughty little shot, and still has to do so much more. Snacks playing from the site. It'll be a 4K for him if he finds this kill. Peeks out, but Yugi, he's fast and he's ferocious as he tears him down, grabs the defuse. A 5th round for Heroic off the Yugi retake.
Resets going back and forth now between these two lineups. 5-2 now for Heroic as they have the 3-round advantage, and that advantage may grow even further when you look at the cash now for VP. $3,000 for 2 of the players. 2,000 for Mishu and Pasha, and 4K for Snacks. They can go for an AK buy, CZs, UMPs to round off the rest of the buy. But if they force here, Jack, and lose it, again, you know, I constantly go about the money and the scoreline that can be projected from it. But Heroic are in the driving seat each and every time, and it's because of that man on your screen right now. Not Pasha, but before that, Yugi. Seems like this guy's on fire, and this is the issue for VP. If Nico or Yugi are having a stellar performance, it's so hard to shut them out of the limelight.
Well, that's the thing, Yugi's just so ridiculously flamboyant with the AWP. He can really get those huge impact frags. And then you've got Nico, someone that can just paint these incredibly ridiculous frags with his AK, with his rifles in his hands. He can run away with rounds. But for VP, they've got 1 rifle. It's going to be on Snacks. They're going to try and pass it between them. Snacks will lead the charge. If he demises, it will be passed back. It's the classic strategy. Contact
player of the AK, as you said, coming in towards drop. 2 players towards mid here from VP, as well as they have 1 towards drop, 2 towards T-spawn, or outside drop if you want to call it that. Rabina going to be rotating back towards drop as well. So it seems like Heroic want to take plat control maybe as they move 2 players closer, but actually Nico falls back. So more of a passive setup here as they want to actually gain distance. Look at this. Instead of playing in drop, they have 1 player playing towards Speedway, longer distance, playing the off angle here versus the pistols. And you also have Rabino holding mid and window, so they have range versus these P250s from VP.
Rabino, he has been the dam that has been stopping the flood towards A every time. Snappy will actually get the first, though. Beats down Neo. By Ali, he has to be the difference maker. He's got to distract, or at the very least try and capitalize on those rotate players. As the push comes through, Pasha gets detected. The bomb is down in an awkward angle, but at least Snacks can trade it back through. By Ali can now link up as well. They grab the bomb. They actually have safe passage towards the A site, but they needed to kill Snappy, and it is all left on By Ali. Falls once again to Yugi. Heroic another round as they net themselves 6 so far on their CT half.
Pause now for VP, you would imagine. But let's see. Yeah, it is the VP pause. So when are they going to be changing here going forward? 6-2 down. They won the first buy round, instantly reset. They managed to, what, accumulate their second round with the double AK buy with 2 UMPs. When Neo had that crazy 1 versus 1 versus Yugi, and Yugi, almost in a vengeance, had the 1 versus 2 to reset the money again for VP, and now going into this buy, Snacks with an AK. Pasha, actually someone must have taken a hit here. It was Neo, because obviously Snacks invested into the last round, had the solo AK. He only had $2,000 into this round. And Neo, going to be going for the UMP utility buy as well. Pasha, Mishu only having 1 smoke to work with into this round. This time they will show presence towards B platform, it seems, which is good. Obviously before... Oh, actually, is this the double nade? Oh no, just going to go for the fast boost towards Tree. Obviously, we've seen some teams now where they have this, you know, double nade towards the back of B platform from Tree and through Pizza or Electric towards drop. But instead, just more of a default coming out from both these teams here. You know, you have Modi playing solo towards drop, 2 players towards A. 2 players towards B as well, and for VP, what is their strategy going to be? No plat control from Heroic, no aggression towards Matrix, middle, or A long from Heroic as well, so they're lacking the information. It's all in the court now for VP. They're the ones that can make the moves silently, essentially, as Heroic have no idea what VP are up to right now.
This is what they need to keep up as well. Just keep starving them for information, cause them to second guess themselves, and go for judgment calls into the round. Nico loses the elevated angle as well as he had to jump down from Tree to try and hold close drop. He comes through, but he's going to fall. Snacks gets the first by Ali, supporting as well, covering the rear. They find the kill on the flanker in Modi. Oh, Yugi as well. He's been hitting some crazy shots, but he misses the one that he needs to land. By Ali on the reface will be able to just take him down in seconds as well. Peels his face clean back on the rotate. Rubino caught off guard by Neo. It's just Snappy remaining. The MP9, he might as well try and farm some cash with the weapon into the scenario he's been left in, but it is by no means going to be an easy task. Rolls out the HE. He might be tagging him up, but he's not given any opportunities to frag him up, as he will fall short. By Ali will kill him, and Virtus.pro finally get the round.
And there you have it. Heroic playing so passive across the map. You saw they're going for that mid-round aggression to gain information. The double contact play coming in towards drop. Rubino and Nico, oh sorry, Modi and Nico going in for that play. But obviously, no flashbang. They go for the silent contact play, walk into the trap of VP. They're obviously holding very passively. And it goes 5-3, and they have a basically, what, welcome mat towards the B bomb side, especially after Yugi missed the first shot as well. And now awkward scenarios for Heroic. You can see a player there, 1,600 for Yugi, 1,400 for Nico, so they can't buy into the next round, Jack. This might be a double eco here from Heroic, and maybe that's all VP need to get back into this one.
Well, Pasha takes the fight as well. Does actually get the long-range frag on towards Nico there, and the initial pick towards the B site to at least soften the defense, try and remove the sustain that they have. But Yugi, USP or AWP, he's still sniping heads clean off, as he will be able to refrag there, back on towards Pasha. Snacks just toying with him as he tries to swat him down with the AK. He can grab the AWP if he wants, but he isn't going to be able to throw it back. Actually plays it smart. He's given the opportunity to get that weapon out of their hands and stop them from grabbing it.
Yeah, Neo now as well. coming up towards mid, should be opening up the A side, so no real cause for concern as of yet for VP. 4 players still alive as well. It's going to be unarmored opponents having CZ for Snappy. As I say that, the only player that has an upgraded pistol eventually taken out the equation. Just a 1 versus 4. They know where Yugi is. Obviously, no MAC-10s to farm up the cash, no SMGs to be as, you know, efficient as possible. But then again, having 4 players staying alive is still going to be a job well done for VP versus the Eco. And it will be the buy. So Heroic, not going to be going for the double saves. They can have, you know, $6,000 onto all their players. They can afford the, you know, 4 rifles or 2 orbs, full utility, full kits as well. Instead, 2 players onto weakened firepower, 2 UMPs here for Nico and Modi. Orb, though, for Yugi. And is he going to use it from formation? Actually, they're going to be going for the early smoke towards platform so they can rotate those smokes. Oh, and that's good as well because it's probably going to delay VP.
Yeah, that's a great counter to the push. VP have to use all that utility early. They do force commit to it as they actually back off and just fall back into these more defensive angles. So there is no commit just yet.
Smart from VP. What they do is they wait for the smokes to basically be rotated towards B platform, and in the meantime the smokes are there, but why not take control towards middle? Why not take control towards drop? Why waste your time staring at those smokes?
Yeah, very, very smart as they do reposition. Snacks as well, swiftly down drop as he's hit the ground and he's already just alive and kicking to find these kills if they do push through. Alex still holds up top, so if there is a flank from the back, he can be the one to dispatch of the aggressor.
A minute left on the clock here. No info so far for Heroic. The smoke comes out towards Electric. Oh, Snacks taken down to the smoke as well, so that's a lifeline being dished out now for Heroic into this round. Bayali coming in to try to go for the trade frag, but the smoke is still here. As he waits for it to phase, another one going to be dished out, but actually a poor smoke. There's a gap there, Jack.
There is potential, you're absolutely correct. If Bayali can get this gap to work with as soon as the first smoke dissipates, as he just waits close by, eager. 30 seconds on the clock, Snods it. It's going to have to be a decision make soon. They've got 2 flashbangs and 1 smoke, but the smoke is restricted. It's on Bayali.
No Molotovs here from the CT side. It all comes down to the frags.
Modi with the SMG gets the first, but he isn't going to be able to mow all of them down, but it doesn't matter. Yugi's there. Orb shot after orb shot. Disrupts the push, forces them back. Pasha has to save. You can't go for it. You need that orb. Why would you risk it?
Why would you risk it indeed, especially now as their round loss bonus is going to be reset. They have money to work with though, so Pasha saving the orb means they can afford to have a very strong buy into the next round already. 7-4 here from the CT side of Heroic. And for VP, losing that first player towards drop, sending in 2 players afterwards as well. 2 towards B platform, 2 towards drop. Yugi has a field day. Finds the first frag towards platform as there was the lack of the, you know, crack or the cross smoke towards plat. Easy first frag found. Repositions towards Electric. Second easy frag found. And for VP, they're doing a poor job of nullifying the orb from Yugi. Already on to 11 kills. 11 kills, 4 deaths as well. Nico 11 kills. And Jack, whenever we talk about Heroic, it's always about what can Yugi and Nico do for this Danish lineup. What can they do in terms of firepower, star power? If they're the ones shining, it's the best possible form of Heroic.
Yeah, they are that dynamic duo that if they are stepping up, they're just going to be playing fantastically. And into the series, they've been looking good as a unit as well. Obviously, Nico always up to his old tricks with a rifle. Yugi just finding frags that somehow he's able to achieve consistently with this orb that you wonder if he even deserves in a few of these shots he's landed as the push comes towards the A site, though, Snods.
Snappy playing towards middle, only going to be revealing his head as Pasha has to line up a perfect shot, misses it. Does think of the tag as well, as now it's going to be 2 players from VP low. The HG grenade could connect so much damage, and it does.
Yeah, finds the kill, blows Pasha out the server. Yugi from the back of the site as well. Eliminates Neo, and he's halted the push, grinded them to a stop as they're going to be paranoid now about the push coming from all angles. They can't clear it. Rubino arrives on the scene, runs rampant as he just lands the left hooks, takes them down. And it's only Miku remaining, forced to fall back. He might spray and get a consolation prize with 1 frag on Nico. But it's 8 rounds for Heroic now as they lead with an extra 4 rounds on top of what VP have to play with into round 13. This is just wild.
It is, Jack. You know, a potential feeling of despondency now for VP as well, as they've tried everything essentially. You've gone through executions towards the B site. Yugi is still able to find multiple frags as they come through. You've gone for your defaults. You've got Snappy's double orb as well being so prolific versus your defaults. The orb from Yugi working out in the clutches as well. Modi towards drop. Nico as well putting up the numbers in terms of firepower. And it's only going to get worse.
Oh, they're going to be Wiped up like a spilt drink, Snods. His free frag's already going the way of Modi. He was hungry for more, but eventually gets punished by Bayali, but already it's too little too late, as Pasha's the only one alive and kicking. And even then, he's taken a dent into the round, and 94 HP. There's the jump face from Rubino, as he wants to get these rounds over quickly. The ferocity is being displayed. Heroic 9 rounds picked up, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. But finally, VP with a full reinvestment. There is no AWP on Pasha. You've got the 5 rifles, and you've actually got a lot of utility as well.
Yeah, this is a really good buy here from VP. Obviously, we've seen a bit of a mismatch buy a few times. Sometimes Snacks goes for the solo investment when they eco. Therefore, they've got 2 UMPs or 1 UMP, or their lack of the AWP, for example. Now we're seeing VP with 5 AKs and good utility as they all line up towards the B bomb side. Jack, they're going to be testing Yugi's dynamic approach with the AWP as the flashbangs and the rush is about to ensue. Oh no, they slow down, they line up their smokes, they line up their molotovs as well. The execution is going to be the commitment here from VP.
Well, let's see if the AK aggression's going to pay off better than it did with the AWP. Nico up close and personal, giving him hugs and frags as he finds the headshots. Nico trying to spray his way through, but there's the response by Ali, and Neo finally starts to get the confidence flowing. It's already too late. It's just Neo. It's a 1v2. He's got side control, but Rubino ducking under, stealthily sneaking up. Rubino with the drive-by as he lands the turtle headshot. 10 rounds collected for Heroic. Ah, that is just brutal. The confidence from VP. You just wonder how much that's going to be hitting him, Snods. I mean, it's a dominant half, and it's the fact that there has to be so much, or this is it. This is their tournament run over.
Yeah, it seems like now in the current meta, the counter to the B rush is simply smoke out crack, basically. What it means is those players that jump off a platform, they jump into a smoke, they have no idea where they are, they have no idea where they're looking. And you saw the flashbang was so well timed as well for Nico. He's able to line up 2 frags, they jump through the smoke. And VP left worse for wear, especially when you look at their economy and their current weaponry. Only going to be a single AK, 2 UMPs, 2 CZs as well. Utility onto 3 players as the bomb makes its way towards middle. This time only... Oh gosh, actually, there's going to be 2 ops here from Heroic. 1 op on default, holding towards middle. And the rifle from Rubino playing the off angle towards A long. A good setup here from Heroic. Yugi as well peeking towards platform, so they have information. It's going to be a... When does Nico rotate as well? Especially now Snappy finds the first.
Well, 1 AWP's been working out well, so 2 AWPs are better than 1 as the damage is done, but already there's the response. Neo will net himself a nice frag as he fires back with the SMG. Rubino on the cross, able to just pick them apart and at least tag them up and soften the blow for his teammates as the cavalry will arrive on the scene. But can they retake this? The bomb isn't down yet. 44 seconds on the clock. The peek from Nico as well. What? Just goes for it, and it pays dividends. Finds a double kill, and it's all on Neo. He gets a free headshot, but he's got to do it on his lonesome, Snod. So 1v2. You've got the AWP. You're just waiting for the push to come towards you. As he invites them in, gets the tag, forced the reposition. Neo is doing it. The Polish powerhouse tries to keep his side alive, wants to get him the extra round, but Yugi, the clutch man that has been so critical, finds the frag with a deagle, blows his brains out and gets the defuse. 11-4 on the half as Heroic go through with a massive advantage.
What are you supposed to do versus that man? VP needed that 5th round. They've conceded double digits now to Heroic on both of their first half, on Train, and now repeat onto Cobblestone. As you wait to see how this one does unfold, does VP go home prematurely again for the 2nd year running? Find out shortly after this short break.
Heroic leading the charge here in this best of 3 with 11 rounds under their belt off the back of the first half. It was a triumphant CT side defense full of clutch rounds. It was absolutely ridiculous. VP, only 4 rounds. That's all the buffer they have to play with, Snods. And if they don't pick up this map here on Cobblestone, it's over. The tournament run will be ended. And once again, Heroic will send them packing for 2 years running. Far too early for what VP want.
I mean, look at the left of their screens as well. They can see the IEM Katowice Championship victory. Cuban, Taz, Neo, obviously Taz not in the server currently, but nevertheless, the point still stands here, Jack. Virtus.pro going to go towards mid into the pistol. Obviously, they need to find some information, maybe a read from Heroic in terms of what their pistol was yesterday versus Fnatic as well. As Pasha going to be the first player tested, but now he's alone. VP, they've stacked 4 towards the B bomb site, Jack, and this may be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, this could be a B site blunder as the true push is coming out towards A and they're about to be annihilated. Pasha, the frontline infantry, the difference maker. He has to go absolutely massive into the round and Snappy with a cheeky little shot as he just taps away, pre-fires him down. Mihu as well, already on 60 HP. Things are going south in a matter of seconds. The A site has been claimed. Slacks with a incredible little retake, though, to start to make this one work. Finds a double kill, but now he's down and out. Nico as well snaps the neck of Neo. It's just by Ali and Mihu left. Mihu, show us those pistol skills. Show us what he's capable of, but it isn't going to be possible. Rubino nets himself a hat trick. An opening pistol round in incredible fashion. Heroic now have 12 rounds.
Oh, Jack, this isn't good. VP going to be forced to go for the force buy as well as Heroic. 12-4 up, an 8-round advantage as well to begin the second half. And going into this as well, Jack, if VP force buy here, which a few of the players have, they're going to be onto an eco into the next round. This could be a 14-4 scoreline. 10-round advantage as well for Heroic on their T side of Cobblestone. Pistols as well into this best of 3. All 4 have been won by the Danish side of Heroic as VP. I mean, this is so heartbreaking as well. We thought StarLadder was a test. You know, maybe they're experimenting with roles before Katowice. Maybe they're saving Stratch, quote unquote. Obviously, everyone loves that meme, but saving something. Be it passion, be it strategy, be it form, whatever it was. But it seems like they're still not delivering what they need to most.
Oh, Mihu, P250 in hand, but he just goes down in seconds. Snappy gets his jaws around him, crunches down, and eliminates him swiftly into the round already. You can see the cracks starting to show. The defense is crumbling. They only have CZs left to work with, Pasha being the only one with a P250 as they wait for the push to come towards them. Pounding out as they jump face towards the A site as well to try and cause a stir. Neo does fight through it and actually survive off the back of the CZ. So they're into a 4v4, but the Arsenal is just so much stronger on Heroic. Snacks with the CZ. This is where he could get a critical strike off, but it doesn't go down like that. Taken out in seconds. Nico as well, continuing the damage. And Snods is basically already over. They've taken the B site. Neo is absolutely miles away. Grabs a Mach 10. But even if he can hold on to that to the next round, it's not really going to make that much of a difference as this is round 13 for Heroic. And they can still carry on to get themselves another one essentially for free.
Yeah, I mean, that was the quasi-buy as well from VP, remember. 2 players investing into CZ or Kevlar. That being Bayali and Neo. And now Neo having the Mach 10. Going to go for extra frags as well. Obviously, 1 frag with the Mach 10, $600 a frag. You know, $600 enough for the fuse kit to the next round, a flashbang as well as an additional, you know, thing to work with, or that could be a Molotov into the buy round. But speaking of buy rounds here, Jack, it's going to go probably 14-4. VP, legends in their own right, but coming into a 10-round deficit versus a team that's currently in so much form as well. Heroic, the confidence is there. They knocked VP out of Katowice last year as well. As it seems like Deja Vu is going to be coming to the forefront. As we go into round number 18, it will be the eco again from VP. And this is, I mean, bode well is an understatement for Heroic right now. This is looking near perfect.
Yeah, they've just been able to get away with whatever they want. All the rounds have looked very smart, counter every push, be able to hold everything that comes their way. And now on the T side, let's see if they can find what they need to just decimate that defense. Snacks as well. He just gets sent off to the Burns ward in seconds, Snods.
5 versus 4. Minute 20 left on the clock as well. Going to be leaving Neo alone towards the A-bomb site. With the Mach 10, Rubino as well going to be taking another frag. 2 for him so far. As Bayali has the CZ that was dropped over, but also taken out of the equation is Neo. So just going to be Pasha last alive. 5 players staying alive as well for Heroic, and the frags are found on these SMGs, which means in terms of cash, in terms of rounds, it all goes in favor of Heroic. I mean, what is the chance? 1 in 10? 5 in 100 maybe, that VP can bring this one back. They need to win 12 rounds in a row. No margin for error going into the remaining portion of this second half. And the buy is going to be the double AWP setup as well onto Snax and Pasha. No defuse kits though for the CT sides. These AWPs have to be effective early, because if the bomb is planted into that after plant, Heroic are going to have a massive edge.
It's a big gamble to take as well. Obviously not having that kit to play with. They do take a site control. Heroic have been very effective at being able to hold those sites in the past. We know their aim can be deadly, so if they can actually get in and lock it down, it's not going to bode well for VP in the late round.
Let's see then. 2 players towards mid here from Heroic, 3 players outside drop, so I imagine Snappy's flashing for the player's drop, which he is, so they flash into drop, they take drop control, they split towards the A site, via window and via middle. But let's see if they can actually execute it.
Found their way down. Bayali needs to defend it, but Nico somehow finds that frag. That is just naughty. As he gets the early entry, the damage is already done as well. Here's the convergence now, the all-out aggression, the warfare about to kick off towards the A site. But Miku and Bayali working together. Snax as well comes through as he lands the shot with the AWP. It's just Yugi and Modi left, but Modi, if he can cut off the rotate with a Mach 10able weapons as well. Good double entry from Modi.
They know exactly where Snax is as well. He comes in towards Matrix, gonna go for the scope, but oh, gets it in time. Yugi doesn't get away with his life. Instead, the bomb is dropped and now 1 versus 1. They know exactly where each other are. Snax with the off angle.
He's holding it. Modi pushing down, making noise, caught with his pants down, but he misses the shot. They're still alive into this 1v1. They've got so much time as well. Modi on the peak with the AK, but he needs to be an absolute artist with a weapon and force Snax to hit the DECK. Charges in, spray and pray, takes down Snax. Match point secured. And it all came down to a 1v1. Virtus.pro, it's got to be flawless from this point out. Their economy is busted. They're left with what essentially will just be a force of whatever they can find down the back of the sofa. This isn't going to be great.
You saw the disappointment there for Snax. Misses the first shot where he has the off angle. He plays it so smart as well. Doesn't make the obvious play going in towards connector. Stays with the off angle towards middle. Stayed to the right side as well as Modi came in towards connector from the B bomb site. He played it perfectly. He just couldn't execute those bullets. Has now 15-4, 11 match points for Heroic. It just seems like they're destined to be the Virtus.pro stoppers, essentially.
Snax, though, gets up behind Snappy. Stealthily does spot him out. Bayali as well actually comes through and takes down Modi. They're making it manageable. They are actually starting to find some kind of advantage. It falls back into a 3 versus 5, though. Bayali is incredibly low as they develop the play towards the B site push. Pasha up close and personal. Can he be the showstopper with the shot? He is. He gets the first. Gets the initial frag, but that's all he can net. Mihu as well trying to spray with the UMP, but he isn't able to connect these frags. If Heroic take this round, they will be knocking VP out of the tournament. This will be the end of the dream run for them. See if they can try and keep their tournament lives going, but Nico fires back through, finds the frag with the AK as he starts to eliminate the defense towards the site. Snax, though, does the damage. It was necessary. And finally, the big man steps up into the round.
15-5. Still going to be 10 match points to work with, though, for Heroic. Is it just simply too late now for VP? Losing the first map, you know, fair enough. It was the map pick from Heroic. We saw they had their counter strats. They were ready and waiting for VP just to read them and counter every single step they made. And now onto Cobblestone. Heroic look revitalized, rejuvenated from what we saw them yesterday versus Fnatic on this exact same map. And VP may have walked into the veto trap essentially from Heroic. This maybe is all a part of their plan. Single AWP setup now from the CT side. Pasha going to be the one wielding that one. Famas here for Neo as well, as we do see defuse kits though for the CT side. And the AWP for Yugi here for Heroic. 2 players coming in towards drop. Smoke comes in, the boost coming out. Bayali was on the receiving end of this boost many times last half. Is he going to be able to do a lot better than we saw Modi do?
Snax, with the initial entry, actually does connect the headshot on Nico. This is effective as well. It's one of the more deadly rifles out of commission for the side of Heroic, but they can attempt to bring it back. Modi Doesn't matter which side of drop he's on, Viali appears to just be able to best him.
5 versus 3 then. Orb from Pasha coming in towards platform, and it seems like Heroic are going to be grouping up towards the back of your plat as well. Flashbang comes in, Pasha with the face, misses the flip.
And there's the trades nods. The Orpa Yugi on the entry by Ali. Blind as well, forced to fall back. He's going to hear those audio cues. It will telegraph what's going down. But the T's have been able to encroach. They've got extra map control to play with. But there's Neo. That was just what was needed. The frag with the Famos to try and keep them alive and kicking. Once again, the play towards the B site. The nade goes a bit too deep. Yugi forcing the bomb plant so the face will come through, but he gets it down. But both of the frags get collected by Mihu there. A double kill and another round for VP. But every time it's close for comfort.
Yeah, VP still evading the inevitable potentially. They can no longer win this one in regulation. It has to go to OT. 9 more consecutive round victories for the Polish side if they want a chance of even forcing out Mirage, let alone the actual best of 3 victory. And for Heroic as well, conceding the early frag many times. Obviously, when we saw Heroic on the CT side, basically there were so many defining factors as to why their CT side was so strong. You know, 11-4 half. They won the pistol. They reset VP's economy twice. Also, VP didn't really put too much presence towards B platform. They centered more towards drop. What that meant was Yugi was able to go for the faces towards platform round and round again. Had the early information, had plat control on his lonesome, meant the extra player could rotate in towards drop. Extra player could rotate in towards the A-bomb site. That's why we saw, you know, 3-player stacks from Heroic towards the A site when VP were invading up middle. But do Heroic make those same mistakes? And if they do, to such a margin where it's 9 rounds in a row, I just still don't see it happening here for VP. But if there's a chance for magic to be true, this would be one of those moments, Jack, as we head now into round number 22. It's going to be the buy again for Heroic after the bomb was planted. 4 AKs and 1 Deagle. Flash coming in towards drop again, as it seems like the drop control may be eventually alluring us into a B split via drop and B platform.
At least faking them out as they slowly work their way through. Going around the smoke, Viali will get one once again. Modi goes down. The frustration's going to be there. Oh, but Snappy and Rubino on the entry. The cracks have started to form towards the B site. Things are going south very quickly. Pasha trying to stay alive. Plays from Chicken Coop as Rubino creeps up towards him and silently takes him down. This could be the end for Virtus.pro. It's all on Mihu, the star man himself. But it's winnable. He falls short, goes through. Heroic, they find success once again. They knock VP out of the tournament. Far too early for VP on Polish soil, but it doesn't matter. The confidence wasn't there. They just couldn't find the round. Heroic take it in 2 maps.
16-8 on Train, 16-6 on Cobblestone. Heartbreaking loss for VP as for a 2nd year running there, taken out of the group stages before they could even make it into the Spodek Arena in front of their home crowd fans. And obviously, it's the same aggressors, it's the same team to deal that devilish blow. Heroic have done it again, and now, you know, Heroic still have what? 2 more best of 3s to make it out of the group.
Yeah.
VP sent packing, and obviously, you know, they're on home soil, so it's not as if it's like a 9-hour flight back. But I mean, to lose, you know, before, you lose your best of 1 opening matchup, you lose the best of 1 to starting matchup, or the losers matchup, sorry. Fair enough, you lose 2 best of 1s. Now with the best of 3s as well, it's just unacceptable.
Yeah, they just couldn't do it. Obviously, we saw yesterday as well. It seemed like they were off to a good start. It looked